to go as we are off from Charlotte. This is taken near the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here we go! Here we go!
We are just about 9 miles from downtown Manhattan as EA Sports brings you to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers.
Come on, set. 90, Wolf.
Check down, check me out, check me out.
Hey, rock it. Let's go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. We are just about 9 miles from downtown Manhattan as EA Sports brings you to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. Fairly short kick taken at the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
I know every time we watch Le'Veon Bell play, we think about him making people miss the hesitation move. But you remember, he came out of Michigan State as a bruiser and a thumper, and he still has those capabilities.
At 225 pounds, an underrated part of his game. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Not today, you are. Not today. Watch the ship, Hey, watch the ship. Alrighty. Whip. Watch the whip.
Now on 2nd and 13. Darnold. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands. Guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Darnold. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. He was looking for a Nunwa there. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
I can't believe they even let you play.
First carry for the former Florida Gator, Jordan Scarlett. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Gun. Here we go, G. Get off the field. Hey, watch that.
3rd and 2. Newton. He wants it all for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Watch 54, watch 54. Watch the run.
Now off the bootleg, Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. He's got a man, complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it with Bell. 12 yards there and a first down.
That's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back, but now I've got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, 2nd-round pick in 2013, some people probably wishing they'd taken him in the first. Now, after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. Now Darnold. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Back to throw, Darnold. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. Here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
They will start the drive with Scarlett. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever is in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready. Check. Watch 54. Come on, the ball. Ready.
They'll run it with Scarlett. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Right there.
Now it's Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. The shotgun snap for Newton. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Scarlett. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
From the 38, Newton taking a shot for Samuel. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
And New York set to take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Newton's got it, complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still, no yardage. Okay.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Open man is Anderson. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet 1st down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Bell. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there. Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Bell. Down to about the 22 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Bell. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They run the counter. Bell. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Bell. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away no good. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now Newton. They'll roll him out right. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up,
Here's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And this is going to get out of bounds. So they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
Here we go. Here we go. Great.
To throw again on second down. Newton, throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. 11 yards there, first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Check right 54. Right 54.
Now on 2nd and 13. Newton. That's Samuel. Caught left side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down, Carolina.
Ready. 180. 57.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Now a give here to Scarlett. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? You know, because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
3rd and long, it's Newton. And that will be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Newton. And that's complete to McCaffrey. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Switch. 57.
Newton. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
On the handoff, it's Scarlett. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Newton now to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Well, some good news, partner. We will not have a scoreless tie as we finally get our first points of the contest here in quarter 3.
Yeah, just a field goal, but with the way those defenses ruled in the first half, that could be a big 3-point play right there, couldn't it?
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The give is to Bell. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Darnold. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Darnold on target to a noon one. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Jets on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing again is Darnold. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The man wreaking havoc there, Gerald McCoy, the D tackle. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And here we go on 4th. Darnold. And he's got a moon one. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 21-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come on, DB, come on. Check.
Now Newton. Flush to his right. And I think the ball's out, and the Jets have recovered.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run it.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Taking it in from the 20, and the Jets have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Newton now to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jordan Jenkins came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. There's Newton. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And he's able to...
It's just a...